I come in, sir?
Please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir. Good afternoon.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So your first name is AYAN.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean?
Sir, it means eternal bliss. It also means gift of God.
Good. Now you got a silver medal.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And you have been teaching blind women.
Sir, I worked for visually impaired women and I have separately taught underprivileged children, sir.
Okay. So what did you do for the blind women?
Yes, sir. Sir, it was a collaboration with an NGO called the National Association for Blind Women in Delhi, in Hauz Khas, where, sir, volunteers from our college used to go there. We used to see their work, assist them in any requirements, and largely we helped them in their cultural fest called Ujjwala, in organizing the event, in making posters.
When was this?
Sir, this was in 2017 December.
Are you in touch with any of them, either with the association or with any of the women whom you helped?
Sir, I was in touch till 2018 and a part of 2019, sir.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Now, today's newspapers, how many have you read?
Sir, today I have not been able to read newspapers. Sorry, sir.
Why?
Sir, actually I was revising my notes, sir.
Okay. So, you are already in the police service?
Yes, sir.
Where are you? Hyderabad, where are you?
No, sir. I joined, then I took an extraordinary leave.
Okay. Now, maths is your subject.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Imagine a country, we are looking at a 2-year period. Okay? COVID.
Yes.
So, first year the GDP went down by 10%. Second year, it rose by 11%. So, at the end of the 2-year period, where is it?
Sir, it becomes 0.9 into 1.1. So, approximately, sir, 99.9% of origin.
It's not approximate, it's exact.
Yes, very sorry.
All right. Now, you are from Bhopal?
Sir, currently I am residing in Bhopal, sir.
I mean, you grew up in Bhopal?
No, sir. I grew up in Delhi, sir.
You grew up, so you're a Delhiite.
Yes, I was born in Jabalpur, sir. And in my childhood itself, I shifted to Delhi. And
because dad was posted in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Which cadre is he?
Madhya Pradesh cadre, sir.
Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Now, how do you look at the pollution in Delhi?
Sir, it is certainly a matter of concern. The air pollution as well as the river pollution of Yamuna and to some extent land pollution also because of landfills at Ghazipur. Air pollution, sir, is the most striking. The high levels of PM 2.5, PM 10 and other toxic gases and other pollutants. Sir, certainly measures are being taken, but the living conditions have not yet shown a remarkable improvement.
Were you the Chief Secretary of Delhi? What will you do about pollution?
Sir, I believe firstly it would require a concerted action with other states' collaboration also, because to some extent pollution is caused due to stubble burning also. Secondly, sir, vehicular pollution being one of the major causes of this pollution, continuing with previous policies such as the odd even or staggering the timings of work offices in such a manner to reduce pollutants from vehicles. And again, in the transport sector, utilizing electric vehicles or maintaining fitness of vehicles so as to reduce the pollution, sir.
Good. Please.
Thank you, sir.
So, Madhya Pradesh has a tradition of children following in their father's footsteps. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
What?
Sir, I became an IPS.
No, there's another one. DG's daughter, your Madhya Pradesh
Yes,
DG's
sir.
daughter is also in the
Yes,
IPS.
sir. Sudhir Saxena, sir, and Miss Sonakshi, ma'am.
Yeah, she's also in the IPS.
Yes.
So, you're the second case.
Yes.
Okay, you were born in Napier town in Jabalpur. Who
Yes.
was Napier?
Sir, Charles Napier was an officer in the British Army during British India. He is most well known for conquering Sindh, sir.
Okay, and what else? He opposed two malpractices in India.
Sir, I'm remembering that a different person, Sleeman, was contributed to Thuggy, but
William Sleeman was
yes, sir.
a different guy.
Sir, I believe it was on similar lines, but I'm not able to recall exactly.
Slavery and sati. He
Thank you, sir.
worked against that.
Yes.
He was a commander-in-chief also of the Indian Army. Now you've been teaching underprivileged children.
Yes.
Now, what do you think of the current the new education policy?
Sir, certainly it is a great policy. It has covered multiple dimensions, structural changes. It has brought new aspects such as yoga and coding and programming. And also it is promoting higher investments in Indian education. So the implementation remains the major aspect, major to be questioned. And possibly in the next 10 to 15 years, we will start to see its positive effects, sir.
Positive effects. Now, see, the main theme of this new education policy is critical thinking and creativity instead of memorizing and rote learning.
Yes.
Okay. So in our Indian tradition, since ancient times, our Vedas, everything was memorized, learned by rote, and they were transmitted through memory only. There was no written system.
Yes.
So everything was written. So do you think we are going against our traditional culture by adopting this new policy? We clamor all the time that we are such great, what are ancient history and greatness of Indians. But do you think we are going against that?
Sir, on the surface it may seem like it, and while I agree that it is a shift from the traditional forms of learning, so but I believe the concept remains the same, that times earlier were different because there were no means to store information either in terms of digital technologies or in physical form. Now that we have them, we can focus on rational thinking and creativity and analytical abilities to a greater extent. Also, sir, I still believe that we are focusing on traditional methods also, and we are continuing with...
How are we focusing on traditional methods?
Yes, sir.
Can you give me some examples?
Yes, sir. Sir, our current examination system still does involve a large extent of memorization, sir. And memorization...
But you are giving up the examination system. You are saying that for class 5th, 6th and up in the middle school and up to high school, you will not have any exams. So, children will be promoted irrespective of whether they have learnt or not. So, do you agree with that?
Sir, in my understanding, some element of memorization will certainly remain in any kind of assessment.
Now we have shifted from memorization.
Yes, sir.
We've shifted to, whether exams are useful or not. Why we have abandoned exams for the middle level schools. So you are promoting children without taking exams. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Sir, I believe that it may become more clear after a couple of years of testing this. But sir, I believe there are arguments for both sides.
So what are the pros and cons?
Yes, sir. So the pros of not having examinations, sir, would be a greater focus on learning and improved learning outcomes rather than, as you mentioned, sir, a focus on rote learning.
How?
Yes, sir.
How greater focus on learning without having exam? How can I have a greater focus on learning?
Yes, sir. So one aspect would be that teachers or the curriculum overall would not have to limit itself to an exam-oriented study. Rather, it may become a subject and learning-oriented study. For example, sir, teachers may prefer to demonstrate subjects in a more physical manner or in an experience-based manner rather than only focusing.
So that is the fault of the person who's designing the syllabus. So, if teachers are exceeding their syllabus, that means the syllabus is not well designed. That's not a reason not to take exams.
Yes, sir. Very sorry, sir. Sir, one more aspect, sir, is that the students themselves will not feel burdened and they will not become disinterested in the subjects, as often happens. For example, in mathematics, one of the major reasons why many students do not like mathematics is having to give maths exams, which they consider a high pressure and high stress situation. But if we promote learning in a more fun manner and by focusing more on...
But they don't learn anything in maths and they keep on getting promoted, what will be the end result?
Yes. Sir, in my understanding, sir, monitoring of outcomes is certainly being done. Sir, perhaps through different measures. For example, the continuous and comprehensive evaluation, sir.
See, why has this thing been done? Why this emphasis on not taking exams? There's a reason for that. There were some reports. Are you aware of that?
Very sorry, sir. I will revisit it.
The school dropout rate increased considerably because of the exam pressure. Because people who were failing exams, they were staying in the same class.
Yes.
So they dropped out of school.
Thank you.
That was one reason which was given for this policy, new policy. And as you rightly say, and it will show, the results will be seen later after a few years whether it's successful or not.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you are Jabalpur, your connection is Jabalpur.
Yes.
There is a village in Jabalpur which produces the costliest mango in the world, one of the costliest mango.
Yes.
Do you know the name of the village?
Sir, I remember the news, but I'm unable to recall the name of the
What is the cost of that mango?
Sir, if I recall correctly, it was either rupees 1.5 lakhs or even more, sir.
It was 2.75
Yes.
lakhs per kg. Is
Yes.
the costliest mango.
Yes.
What does it contain? Why it is so costly?
Sir, I do not believe there was anything very special about it. Rather, perhaps the weight was
Some speciality in appearance are there of that mango.
very sorry, sir. I will revisit it.
Okay. Variety, you know? What is that variety
No,
of that
sir.
mango?
No, sir. Very sorry, sir.
I read news in of Jabalpur, so it attracted me because it
Yes.
was a very costly mango. Anyway, can you tell me, Ayan, which is the district in Madhya Pradesh which produces maximum amount of wheat,
Of
quantity of wheat?
Sir, it is in the Bundelkhand region. Sir, district specifically, I am not sure.
I think it is Hoshangabad because Narmada flows from there, it produces the wheat variety. The best variety of wheat is produced in Madhya Pradesh. What is that variety?
Very sorry, sir. I am not aware. I will certainly read on this, sir.
Okay. Recently, we have seen the truckers strike.
Yes, sir.
In Jabalpur, Bhopal, there was long queues for petrol on petrol pump. Can you tell me what was the demand of these truckers? Why they went on the strike?
Sir, it was against the provision in the new BNS regarding the hit and run case that any person who is involved in such an accident, the driver would be liable to pay a fine of up to rupees.
What was the demand of their unions?
Sir, it was the repeal of this provision, this clause, sir.
The repeal of the provision. First, we should talk to about drafting this this law. What was the demand of?
Sir, what I'm remembering is the repeal of this particular clause, but I will check on this, sir.
Okay, what are the major crops of Madhya Pradesh? 2, 3, 4 crops. Major crops of the Madhya Pradesh.
Sir, wheat, as you mentioned, is one of them, sir. Soya bean, pulses. Sir, we have millets such as bajra is there, and kodo kutki millets is famous in Madhya Pradesh, sir.
Where kodo kutki is very famous.
Yes,
It
sir.
produces butter. Where it is?
Sir, it is in tribal areas largely. Sir, I am not very sure, but I think in the Mandla region also it is grown, sir. I will check specifically, very sorry.
Okay. What is your opinion of one nation, one election? Recently it was in news.
Yes. Sir, again, it has its positives and negatives, sir. But
No, I want your opinion.
Very sorry,
You count the positive and the negative.
Yes,
What
sir.
you formulate the opinion.
yes, sir. Sir, my opinion would be that it is desirable and we should work towards it while also tackling the issues. Sir, the positives of it would be that governments would be able to focus on governance and working rather than only on
Now
political
they are
aspects.
focusing only on election.
Sir, yes, sir. That
But
has
they are
become-
focusing on election, on many elections, then they will focus on one election.
Yes, sir.
All the 5 years.
Sir, I believe it may not become a continuous affair, but rather restricted towards near the elections. And sir, as voter education and awareness also grows, people will also shift in that manner, and accordingly, governments will have to do more work rather than only relying on campaigning, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
And you've been an NSS executive, right?
Yes, sir.
There's another parallel system going on. Are you aware of what it is?
Sir, regarding social work, sir?
Yeah,
Yes, sir. There is the Nehru Yuva Kendra.
right. So, as a NSS executive,
Yes.
how can you carry forward the visions of the government to the masses? Anything that you can think of?
Sir, one is the direct manner, sir, that NSS itself serves to do is to create awareness and exposure within students itself. So through college students, and perhaps this can be expanded to school students also. Second would be, sir, utilizing the youth for awareness drives, such as going to villages or going to nearby areas and promoting outreach of schemes. And thirdly, sir, through the social work itself, such as education or health, sir, such visions can be carried out through the work itself, sir.
Okay. Have you heard about string of pearls?
Yes, sir.
What exactly is it?
Sir, it is the name given to China's strategy to create ports, military or strategic ports in the Indian Ocean region to encircle India, sir.
Can you name the pearls?
Sir, one is the Hambantota port in Sri Lanka. And sir, now they have a port, I believe they are going to have a port in Maldives too, sir. Very sorry, I will check.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, an electrical engineer, all right.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the challenges with EV adoption, and is it the best way forward, or can there be any other better technology?
Ma'am, the biggest challenge with respect to electric vehicles today is charging infrastructure, because we do not have charging stations, especially in rural areas. Secondly, ma'am, I would say the cost of electric vehicles, the original cost is higher, which serves as people being apprehended of the same. Thirdly, ma'am, trust with respect to a new technology is also there. Often people, when making such large investments, they prefer to go to the conventional decisions. Ma'am, regarding best option, ma'am, electric vehicles itself, there is a better option of going for hybrid vehicles, which will counter the above problems, ma'am. But a better technology would be, ma'am, green hydrogen vehicles.
Okay, and hydrogen, how is it the cheapest way to produce hydrogen is by?
Ma'am, I believe it is from green ammonia, the Haber-Bosch process. I will read more about it, ma'am.
Burning fossil fuels, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can read more about it,
Yes,
okay? And all right, okay. So yours, and what about the safety aspect of electrical vehicles?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there were many incidents of the battery system failure and causing fires, especially in scooters. That was a major setback, ma'am.
Okay, and again, scrappage of these, and is there any environmental impact?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the vehicle scrappage policy as of now does not extend to electric vehicles. And ma'am, secondly, electric vehicles will lead to a larger creation of electric waste, ma'am, which will be a major environmental problem.
Okay, and the world, I mean, people must be thinking about it, but there isn't too much literature here, right? On how, what's going to be, you know, what are going to be the challenges 20 years on or 10 years on, when there are too many electrical vehicles.
Yes, ma'am. Perhaps the focus on feasibility is higher at the moment, and that is why a short-sighted narrative has been taken.
Okay, and okay, again, you know, the adoption of AI, it has been listed as a major risk, even by the World Economic Forum report, right? So, how do you think? I mean, what is the way forward? 5 years, short term, long term?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, certainly there are immense risks related to artificial intelligence. Whether we talk about actual physical risks, which has happened in some workshops, I believe, of Elon Musk. Ma'am, there are the risks of privacy violation. There is the risk of racial profiling and other biases creeping into artificial intelligence. Ma'am, the way forward would be to certainly harness such a powerful and breakthrough technology rather than to be apprehensive of it. Ma'am, in the short term, the focus should be on creating data sets which ensure that AI is taught in a manner that has ethics embedded in it, that works to serve in favor of humans rather than against them. And in long term, ma'am, there should be a light touch regulation with respect to private sector working with AI, so that there is scope for innovation, but privacy violation and other risks are averted, ma'am.
Has any regulation, you know, been done with, regarding AI anywhere in the world?
Yes, ma'am. In the European Union recently passed an act, and I believe, ma'am, USA has also provisions in existing act. The Hiroshima process of G7 has talked about ethical use of artificial intelligence.
Okay. Quickly about technology, you know, recent Oscars. Who do you think won most of the Oscars?
Very sorry, ma'am.
No, it's Oppenheimer.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the formal part is over. We'll call you back
Yes.
very shortly.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You know Oppenheimer, no?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay.